Folks, welcome back to the Broomstones Curling Club, site of the U.S. Junior Nationals. After a power interruption this afternoon, this draw was interrupted after about 4 or 5 stones were delivered in the first end. Stones have been reset, and now you are joining the action as we are completing basically the first end. Feature match is the high performance team, skipped by Miranda Solem. And they do not have hammer against Jenna Haag in the first end. We're watching the first skip stone here, Jenna Haag delivering. And we're probably moving towards a blank end here.
Yeah, so you might notice that some of our shots are a little bit different than earlier editions of our broadcast. We're getting some of the cameras back online after our power troubles this afternoon.
So Jenna's successfully taken out that stone that was on the button. Now we are looking at the...
This will be Miranda's first rock, I believe.
Second rock.
Miranda's second rock. Okay.
Miranda's last rock. So everyone's gathered themselves up after a very unexpected power interruption this afternoon. High winds here in Boston. Miranda's rock is away. Sweepers are off. Line looks good from here.
A hit and stick. Very nice shot.
Jenna coming with a hammer rock for the Wisconsin team.
I think she's looking for a blank here.
Looking at the broom, I would say so. Rocks away. Sweepers are on it. They're on the nose now.
To curl a little bit, but I think it's going to get there. Oh, no, it spills right on the button.
Perhaps not the outcome she wanted. So Wisconsin, Jenna Haag takes 1 in the first. And while we are between our ends, let's make a mention of our gold sponsors, particularly Dunkin' Donuts of Lexington, Whole Foods of Wayland, and Brooms Up Curling Supplies. So now setting back up for the second end. Both teams currently in a 3-way tie atop the field at 6-1, so it's a very important game here.
The games are continuing from where they stopped. The stone that was on its way down the ice when the power went out itself, the teams had the option of leaving that stone in place or pulling it back for a reshot. I'm not actually sure what happened with each of the rinks, but that was the ruling.
Brittany Falk's first stone for Wisconsin goes quite deep, biting back edge. Miranda calling for the corner. Chelsea Solem lead, throwing the corner. Sweepers are off of it.
Might just get in there to bite.
Looks like a
Little
biter.
piece. Yep.
Just gliding a little bit there. That little mistake looks like we're going to remove that corner. Rocks away, needs to work. Got just enough of it.
But she loses the shooter.
Miranda going to put the corner right back.
So it looks like we've got our cameras back up and working. Thanks for your patience. Oh. Our sheet 2 ones are.
Yes, no, this one's not.
Chelsea Solem's second shot at the guard. Be just outside the sweep line here. Sweep's going to finish. Nope, looks fine. Good shot. Jenna Haag not going to leave the corner there, calling for the takeout. Rocks away. Hits it, rolls back across the house.
Now she's
Just
got-
top 12.
Yeah, she's sitting 2 now. So, update from our other sheets. Ely is up 3-0 on the Brecky rink on sheet 1, and Lindgren has taken a point in the first end against Christensen.
Meanwhile, the Solem rink successfully takes out the yellow and rolls back towards center, top 12. Jenna Haag gonna hit this one, work our way up the ladder. Rocks away. Sweepers are right on it. They're gonna have to watch it jamming back if it goes. Nope, hasn't curled that much. Good sweep.
Sticks around.
Miranda with the right angle could lose both yellows that are in the house.
Line's
Shots
looking good
away.
for the double.
Are they gonna hold it? Sweepers are on it. Good
And
shot.
Does get it for 2.
And a biter up top with red. So now if Jenna Haag hits this, she needs a roll to get back into the rings. Plenty of broom. She might throw this a little down weight. Rocks away. Sweepers are right on it. It's curling. I think they're going to be on the nose here. Use a little bit of a roll there. Now, will Miranda use this? Get under it. Looks like she's going right in. Calls for the draw. Maybe 8 foot. If she can catch the 4 foot buried, that'd be a great shot. Go, Vicky Persinger. Throwing the draw, in turn. Sweepers are on it.
She took a lot of ice here,
She did.
but it is coming back.
Still got a long way to go here. Oh, there it goes.
She's almost on the guard.
She's Clear the guard just,
Ooh, I don't think she bit.
3 feet more weight. That would have been
She's
pretty
just
good.
Shy.
Jenna Haag with options.
Well, she wants to get rid of that red stone because that would be a very doable split in for 2 if she left it.
But taking out this red reasserts control at the top of the house. Might be a little wide. Calling the sweepers off. It's not quite
coming
getting
back.
there. It's going to stick around.
She loses the shooter, but I think she's all right with that.
Well, you're going to come back. Miranda still has the draw. Vicky Persinger just through this rock, just through this line, so she's going to get another look at it. Just a hair less broom. Rocks away. Sweepers on it early again. It's kind of affecting that line with that early sweep.
It looks a little bit heavy coming in.
Getting that late movement here.
Oh, there we go.
Well, it's probably about mostly exposed. Probably from the hack you can see 3/4 of it.
Yeah, I don't think Jenna will have any problem hitting this rock. Looks like she's going for about a hack weight hit. Over on sheet 4, Fowler has taken 1-0 lead on Schroeder.
Jenna's rock is away. Sweepers are on it.
She's very close to hitting that guard.
Sweepers are working it.
And she's going to crash.
It looks like a crash.
Yep.
Just caught it.
And that's going to give Solem a draw for 2. Oh, she's...
This is her
We're off-
first
we're off
rock.
by a
This
rock.
is
This
her
is her
first
first
rock.
rock.
Yep. So she needs to find a place where you avoid the double.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like she's going to go to the wing. They need to be pretty even. Unfortunately, the rock that's on the back 4 is behind the tee line. Jenna could opt to play a freeze on that. It's one way to try and force, but it also brings 3 into play, so I doubt if we'll see that.
So if you weren't here for the very beginning of our broadcast, I'm Chris Seslick. We're here with Tim Ho, broadcasting from Broomstones. It's from before the great power outage of the day.
All right, Miranda's draw to the wing, throwing the out turn. Sweepers are off right now. Rock has to work. It's not exactly curling up yet.
There.
It's got to get a little separation from that rock that's on the back 4.
Got to slow down.
I think it's going to hang around. That's actually a pretty good shot.
That's not an easy double. She might opt to freeze on top.
No, I think you hit the one on the 4-foot and roll on top of it, and at least you bring a jam into play.
Looks like that's what she's going to go for.
Yep. So now Jenna's going to throw pretty much the same takeout she just threw, but without the guard in the way, and this should be fairly routine. Jenna's rock is away. Sweepers are working it.
That's
Line looks
coming across
good.
fast.
They are looking for the roll. That's a nice shot.
That's a good roll, yeah.
Miranda now. Anything on the broom side of nose takes her 2. Miranda Solem with the hammer. Throwing the in-turn hit. We're going to take 2. Rocks away.
That might have a hard time sticking if it doesn't hit dead on.
Sweepers are off.
That sticks for 2.
Well done. Kept it on the nose side. Sweepers were essentially out of that shot, but it was it curled up enough and stuck around for the deuce. So after the second, Miranda Solem and the high performance team were up 2-1 over Jenna Haag's Wisconsin team. Chelsea Solem now with the first rock in the third. Rocks away, look for center guard. Sweepers are on it. Getting some curl. It's going to over curl a little bit. It's going to get all the way nearly to the other sweep line.
It's a decent mid guard. Little high.
Now Wisconsin's first rock. Let's see if they use the guard or no. Looks like they're trying to draw under it. Sweepers are working it now. Rock's starting to go. That late movement.
Looks like it's got enough to get buried in there.
Nicely done.
It's a nice looking
That
stone.
T-line, 4 foot. Miranda looking to corner that now. There's a little bit of the problem with that first guard over curling a little bit. Start playing on the side of the 4 foot instead of the button.
Very nice shot over on sheet 1.
Yeah, Emily Walker with about a 12-foot raise, double promote to lie 4.
Ely looking to take a stranglehold in that game. Already up 3-0.
Get South Dakota calling an early timeout? Does that look like?
I think so.
Okay, meanwhile, back on sheet 2. Looks like...
It's a little tap on that stone.
Yep. Wisconsin with a shot at the red, which is mostly exposed. Looks like a little down weight hit. Looks like about board weight. Needs to work a little bit. There it goes. Nice shot, right to the nose. Now they're lying 2, half covered.
Laying the foundation for a good end for the Haag ring.
Yep. Miranda now. Looking for a hit. They get the right angle. They might move both of them. You really like the shooter to stick around top 4. Just keep that top house cluttered up there. Rocks away. They're working it. They're going to get the angle. They might.
They're going to spill wide. Oh,
Yep.
she got the double.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
just
it didn't
like-
quite go out.
No, like I say, you just wanted to move that from under the guard, which you did. Now it's it's behind the tee line, half in the 12-foot. That's a really good shot.
It was a good stone by Koenig.
Now we're looking to see if Wisconsin can hit and roll under again. Sweepers are working it.
Looks good.
Great shot.
Right where she wants to be.
Great shot.
Over on sheet 3, Christensen has tied up the game 1-1 with Lindgren.
Carly Kading now looking for the corner again. Rocks away. Sweepers are off. Kind of has a long way to go. There it comes. Weight looks pretty good. Sweepers are still off. Line is improving. It's looking real nice. Great shot.
Almost a perfect freeze.
Can't quite tell who shot from that, but no, that was terrific.
Going to wager those 2 rocks might move before the end of the end.
Yeah, you might be right. Jenna Haag now looking to shake up the house a little bit. Just throw a little tap weight, dislodge those 2, get a little separation, and then do some work afterwards. Still early in the end. She's got 2 in. Sweeper's completely off, and well, the line is improving now. There you go. That's exactly pretty much what you wanted. It was just to shake him up. Now she has control of the red.
Mm-hmm.
Coming back with another corner freeze on top of the rock that was just thrown. Another good call. This end's going to get interesting. Vicky Persinger's first rock.
Yeah, Haag could be threatening 3 if things go well.
Vicky Persinger's rocks away. Looks like an in-turn draw. Looking to get on top of the yellow.
It's got a long way to curl.
Sweepers are working it. Well, it was a little light. A couple of 6 more feet of weight, and the corner's pretty good. But now you've got that.
The yellow is about
Got that
3/4 covered.
Yep. But they've been kind of throwing this weight. If you can throw back house weight, once again, move that red off of the forefoot, things still get interesting. Aaron Wallace's first vice rock is away. It's looking
Oh, Mike
pretty
Crash.
good.
Oh, it
Oh,
just ticks.
they actually got off the sweep early, thinking it might have been offline, but it was probably well thrown.
Looks like she's going for the hit.
Yeah. It looks like if you get to the nose of this. Looks like if you get to the nose, the red goes out the back, but the delivered stone is going to stay right on the center line in good control position.
Oh, it's very light tap.
No, it is just a tap. Oh, she's guarding.
Oh, it's gonna come in there.
That's
Bumps
Good
that
throw.
yellow a little.
Good throw.
And now she's sitting 1 and 3.
Now Jenna's gonna throw hack at this and at least take shot rock off its position.
I think she has a double on those 2 reds at some point if she tries it.
Well, they're kind of guarded by that mid guard. It's hard to get at it right now unless that gets shaken up a little bit. Aaron's rock is away, but it's not curling yet.
Oh, it just came over.
Just got a piece. I think they wanted that shooter to stick around.
So over on sheet 1, Ely did wind up taking 2 to take a 5-0 lead going into the third.
Miranda Solem now lining up her first skip stone. If she gets about a third of this, or less, closer to nose, she'll be lying at least 1-2. Throwing the intern hit. Looks like about normal weight broom. Shots away. Miranda Solem's first skip stone without hammer. Sweepers are working it. They're really working it. It's going to be close.
I think she's got it.
Well done. That's a good setup because that's a pretty difficult double to get between those two. You might move the one on the center line, but the other one's not likely to go.
And if you do go for that, you're probably going to hit that red right onto the 2 yellows.
Yep.
So Solem's done a very good job of defending what looked like it was going to be a big end.
Absolutely.
Over on sheet 4, Caitlin Fowler stole another one to take a 2-0 lead on Schroeder.
Jenna Haag now come with the intern hit again. Pretty much the same line that was just thrown by Miranda Solem. Rocks away. Solid weight. A little tighter line here. Needs a sweep to get by. And like you say, that red went right into the catchers there. But now they're...
Who is sitting shot now?
Looks like the red is shot in the back. Looks like it's...
that yellow is close.
Really difficult to tell from our vantage point. There's a lot of rocks that are pretty close here.
Again, if you're just tuning in, we had a power outage earlier, so some of our cameras are still offline, including the direct overhead for this sheet. So we've got that kind of unfortunate angled view from one of our digital cameras. We're working on getting that back. Not sure if we'll get that back before the end of this match, but hopefully before the next one.
Meanwhile, Miranda Solem with her last skip stone without hammer. So she can hit, she can even roll under here into the 8-foot. Forced to 1 would be a great shot. Rocks away. Sweepers are off it for now. Way out in the wing. Hard to tell if it's really going to curl up here.
Don't know if she's going to get the roll.
No, she
out.
actually got a little roll outside. So
I
now
think that leaves her 1 and 3.
looks like it because Jenna Haag is playing the hit, so she wants to leave no question about which one is shot. She needs to get to the nose and at least stay middle of the 12-foot, and she'll take her 2. We haven't seen a lot of rocks thrown in this line yet, outturned down the center line. It's unlikely it'll snap off, but it's always a little nerve-wracking to throw it the first time. Rock is off, and it's kind of hugging that center. Their sweepers are on it. She didn't throw it with a lot of weight. It looks like about bumper.
Oh, that's
Got to
spilled.
roll, and
I think she's still got the 2.
yes. Yep. Looks like
Yep.
2 yellow for Wisconsin. Tying
I'll put her up 3-2.
puts her up 3-2. Yeah. So, a well played end there.
Very much. The level of play at the junior nationals here has been fantastic. I've been very impressed with how everybody's been playing. So Solem and Haag are both 6-1, and the winner here is going to be guaranteed a spot in the playoffs. The loser is still in pretty good shape. Over on sheet 3, we've got Lindgren, who at 4-3 is trying to sneak their way back into contention. She needs a little bit of help and to win both of her remaining games, but she still has a shot.
Definitely in 5th place with 3 teams at 6-1, 1 team just above them. So at 5-2. So everything is still in play. It's still interesting right now. Everybody's playing hard. So now Brittany Falk delivering first Wisconsin lead stone without hammer. Sweeper's keeping it clean. Trying to get it close. There it goes. Right back to center. Oh, looks like she's in.
He's well in.
Now's the choice. Rand that chooses the guard. It's the way to generate points.
Yeah, and over on the men's side, we've got an even more cluttered bracket with 7 teams playing for the 4 spots. We've got several teams with 4 losses and more with 3.
We'll probably
It'll be
be
an
seeing
interesting last day.
seeing some tiebreakers likely. Chelsea Solem's outturn, going for the guard. Line's pretty good. Needs to finish a little. Pretty tight for a corner, but it is a guard. Jenna Higna looks like she's gonna guard up the first rock that's on the forefoot. Rocks away, might be a little tight on line.
That's not curling much.
No,
She might
Maybe
be
a
all the
little.
way on the stone.
a little heavy too.
Wow.
Well, slips well in, sets up a fairly,
Not quite frozen enough to be protected.
yeah, the double's there, but really Miranda's looking to hit and get under that guard. Rocks away, calls a sweep immediately.
That's drifting over very quickly.
Maybe a little turn on the release, but
Both
Moved.
the yellows do leave.
yep, kill both the yellows, so it was a good sweep call to keep that rock in play to move both those yellows off the forefoot.
Over on sheet 3, Christensen stole 2 in the third to take a 3-1 lead over Lindgren.
Now the Wisconsin looks like it's a little
That's gonna
wide.
flash.
Oh, that's an unfortunate flash there.
flash photography.
Hey
Somebody,
guys, if you didn't hear that, no flash photography, please.
So now Miranda Solem's team has a chance to maybe get under this guard, split the house, really set up well for two, although the sweepers are indicating this might be a little heavy. Might be a little rub on the guard.
that might go through.
No, didn't get there to the guard. Slips deep. And Jenna Haag finishes the job on that one. So, 2 misses from the second rocks. Erin Wallace has another shot at this out-turn takeout. Rocks away. Line's much better. Much cleaner release. Sweepers are on it now. Nope, takes away any chance of the jam there. Rolls a little far. Now you've got a chance for a hit and roll under this guard.
And Miranda could start setting herself back up for two.
Yep. Carly Koenig throwing the out turn. Out turn hit. Rocks away. Needs to curl up a little. Looks close.
Right.
Looks close.
It's not as
Well
much roll
done.
as she wanted.
No, it's mostly under. That's a perfectly acceptable shot. So acceptable that we're gonna
Oh, she's gonna go for
go
the
for
guard.
the go for the promote double. This is a good call. Still early enough in the end that you can escape even just hitting one of these.
Yeah, you could fall in the trap of thinking that shot is makeable and missing it entirely, then being in big trouble.
Right. Here we go. Out turn hit. Jenna Haag calls her sweepers off immediately. Okay, hits it, leaves a center line biter. Miranda's looking at it. She can call a hit, maybe roll back out and guard it again, kind of replace that in the same position. Vicky Persinger, the intern hit. Rocks away. Sweepers are on. Sweepers are on. Sweepers really need to work this. Get a little roll here. That leaves the shot rock exposed.
Yeah, that's almost
And the
completely
possibility of rolling under.
Over on sheet one, Brecky took a single, but is down 5-1.
Now the hit is coming. They've got it, and oh, great
That's a
shot.
Beautiful roll.
That's a pistol right there. We probably have maybe a quarter of that rock showing from the hack. Miranda's
go for
going to
the
have to,
promote.
yep, she's going to have to hit the promote.
She's hit it just about nose.
Yep. Throwing the intern. Where I'm sitting, the other line looks a little straighter.
That's not curling enough.
No, it is.
Oh, now it is.
With the broom that she's giving you, it is curling. That looks like a good shot. Great shot. Well done. So that leaves shot rock exposed, top 8. So now Jenna Haag looking to do pretty much the same thing that her team just did. Hit, roll back, as far as the center line, get under again.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty tough for Miranda to take more than one in this end at this point.
Rocks away. Sweepers are on. Sweepers are on. They might have to work this.
I think she's going to get enough to spill, but I think she's going to lose her shooter.
And Miranda
Just bites.
Just leaves it. So
That's by about an inch.
Miranda looking at this rock, which is maybe a foot outside the house. Yeah, she's calling the draw.
Yeah, because if she can draw behind her guard,
Yeah, she can worry
it's really her only shot for two here.
Well, she was looking at that rock, and I was thinking, you think about the split on the next rock.
Mm-hmm.
So now Miranda does have a chance for two. She gets this under, and Jenna Haag is going to have a tough time forcing to one. Miranda with the in-turn draw. Weight looks good. Sweepers are close.
Looks like good weight.
They.
Oh, it's coming in quick now.
What? That was a missed call there.
The sweepers really held off of that, and I think they should have been on it earlier.
I can't tell if they really still had that split in their minds or not, because the line looked tight from two-thirds of the way down the sheet. It was riding the sweep line.
Maybe they were going for the split.
Yeah. Didn't have the weight for it though. So
No.
So really, Jenna Haag gets a break, and now she has a fairly wide open hit here. She hits this on the nose, and it's definitely a force for one, and not an easy one. Rocks away. This one looks tight too. They're really working it. Yep, they've got it. Now, does this rock stay around? Oh. No, that's a mistake. That's a mistake there.
Now, if Miranda does get that split, that yellow is biting just so slightly that she could wind up with two just from a split.
Well, she did just throw it. However,
I mean she moved that red in a tiny bit closer, but it only has to move about a foot.
interesting shot, because you could blank here and just move on. Split is makeable. This rock is maybe just a foot outside the rings. Rocks away, in turn. Looks like it's carrying more weight than the last one.
That weight looks like she's going for the split again.
Well, they're close. They're real close.
That looks good. Oh, that's very close.
No, I'd say
One.
it looks like one.
I don't know. It's hard to tell from here.
She didn't hit it thick enough.
Well, it was a good attempt, but it looks like we now have a tie game. Although we'll wait for the scoreboard to be sure.
Right. It looked like one from here, but you never know. So Schroeder over on sheet 4 has scored a point to be down 2-1 to Fowler. Christensen leads Lindgren 3-1 still, and Ely with a 5-1 lead over Brecky in sheet 1.
So, Chelsea Solem for the high performance team now. The first lead stone, starting off the fifth end. Sweepers are working. It looks like they're working it for weight. Miranda's out. Right back to center. It's a good guard. Jenna Haag going right in under that guard.
Oh, Solem hung a 2. It was 2.
So, perfectly thrown split.
Yes.
What do we know?
Apparently not much.
We actually had bad information from an interested party here.
It was very close. I was surprised that they were able to call it so quickly. But the view from the ice is often better from the view 15 feet up this way.
So Brittany Falk trying to get under. Line's great. Looks like she's got top 4. That's a great lead stone. That's a great lead stone right there.
So this is shaping up to be a very good match.
It is. Chelsea Solem now needing to match that other lead stone. Has to get mostly under that guard that she threw and real close to a corner on the yellow stone there. Sweepers are working it now. It's really coming hard. The weight's good. This looks like a great shot. Great shot to corner. Oh yeah. Yep. This is great lead. That's great lead
freeze.
play there.
Goodness. Usually aren't calling on your leads to make those ultra precision shots, but it's great to see them make it.
Well, at this level, really, those first 4 stones can make or break your end and really determine how you're playing all the rest of that particular end. And right now, they're really mixing it up, and this is going to turn into an interesting end. So Brittany Falk looking to get really even behind the stones that are already there, and this too. That too is really a pistol, boy.
Doesn't
Great
quite
stones.
very completely, but still very good.
Yep. So Carly Kading now looking to hit the last that shot rock that's on the 4-foot. Knocks away. Sweepers are off. It's hanging. It's gonna bounce a little.
It spills out a bit.
So now, do you continue to work the 4-foot, or do you think about that rock that's out there?
Boy, it looks like they're going to go right for it.
Just behind the tee. You could ignore it, but not a bad play to keep that from coming back to bite you there. Be lying 2. So this is Grace Gebauer throwing the hit right in the nose, lying just tee line, 8-foot. Good shot. Does leave this hit and roll.
Yeah, looks like she wants to try and bury him behind that line of stones.
If you get there, then you're going to start to play around the button. If you just nose and stay there, it leaves the hit and roll to the other team. So you really want to see this move. Rocks away. Sweepers are close. throw, not a ton of curl out
Bit of
there.
roll.
So now we're a little higher in the house.
Just over the tee.
So now if you can successfully manage a hit and roll here, get most of the way under, yellow could be lying 1-2. Grace Cabauer delivers. Sweepers are on and off. Looks like about bumper plus weight. No, once again, this line, this
Hanging
outturn
out
line
there.
is not curling. Even bringing the weight down, that didn't move much more than half a stone. So another nose. So it looks like we're getting closer and closer to the 4 foot. And if one of the girls can find the line, get under these rocks, it's really going to make this end interesting.
Well, a few more hits like this, and we'll be out of the house.
Vicky Persinger with the first vice stone. Again,
This
not
is
big
looking
weight.
like a nose again.
It is. I think it's outside a nose, actually.
Yep.
So now that's on the 12 foot. So Jenna she's thinking about a draw here. She's thinking, okay, I've seen this attempt at the hit many times. How about a draw?
Well, that stone's so much further out now that it's barely relevant. You know.
And it's a long, long roll if you hit it. So
Oh.
she is
Oh,
calling
sure,
the draw.
yeah. Over on sheet 3, Lindgren's pulled it to within 3-2 now.
So now Erin Wallace with her first vice
They
stone.
switched it up. They're going from their side.
Yeah, they're going to throw the intern draw. Seen enough of the straight side.
Nobody's been out there this end.
No, so
This will be interesting to see.
draws away. Sweepers are on it.
Oh, that's going to crash.
Yeah, now that one, I don't
Yeah,
know
this
if she,
side's curling a ton.
I don't know if she got out to the broom there, and she's moved that center guard, and now Now
That's
she
a tough place.
she might lose her shot rock right now.
Solem's got a fairly clean hit on that to be sitting 3. That's
So
the danger of going out on that untested ice.
true. Vicky Persinger, outturn hit. If she gets this on the nose, it'll be good. It's hanging outside that center line. Here it comes.
Yep,
Yep, looks good. Great shot.
that's perfect.
Yep. Yep.
So now red lying
I think
3.
she'll come back and just get a dead nose and not think upset, but yeah, you're right. They could have got off and went to the other one.
So now Jenna Haag with the intern, she can actually hit this and maybe roll under her yellow corner guard there.
A lot of weight.
Eh,
lot of weight,
we're a
that's
little
hanging out.
outside. Maybe she saw the curl with the last draw and thought it's really going to go. Well,
Oh, she did get the movement. That pushed it all the way back behind the tee line.
yeah. But the position of the yellow and the red guards there makes it hard to get to that red in the back 4. So you get a good guard up here.
Looks like exactly what she's calling for.
Yeah, she's gonna have to think about how to get access to the 4 foot with hammer with one of her last 2 rocks. So Miranda Solem, I'd say she's just looking to put something on the center line, close to the rings. Even a biter is fine, even a 12 foot. See how this line curls up with draw weight. Rocks away.
That side's just not curling. Well, it's starting to come over.
It should get that late movement. Should see the center line. So he's gonna rub off that red. Oh, just enough to redirect. Perfect.
Sometimes a good plan B is all you need. I think. Did it miss the stone? It was very close. Oh yeah.
Really? We have observers who say it actually worked and did not rub, so no redirect, just really late curl as the speed was scrubbing off that rock, got right back to center, it's a great shot.
Looks like they're calling for the double here.
Yeah, it looks like nose
I think
gets
a
that.
nose is going to leave you sitting second shot, even if you get the double.
Yep. Rocks away, out turn hit. Sweepers are off. Needs to come back to the center line a little bit. It's trying.
Yeah, she's got it.
Oh, goes over the top.
Oh, that red stone. Oh, no. She didn't get the second stone out. She cleared up the button, though.
She did. The rings were awfully small for her last rock before. Now red is outside 8 foot, so depending on what happens here, things are slightly improved. You can still throw the outturn draw to the 8 foot with your last rock, depending on what happens here. But Miranda looking to get under. She can get all the way into the 4 foot here. So Miranda Solem throwing the intern draw, looking to get under these 2 rocks that are positioned around the sweep line. There's a draw, rocks away.
Sweeper's right on it.
They are. Line looks pretty good. It's going to start working now. Sweepers are still on.
Might hit the yellow.
Sweeping hard.
Oh, they just sneak by it.
Oh, great,
wow.
great shot. Great shot.
Well, those 3 stones are lined up awfully nice.
Yeah,
Promote
but
the red into the yellow, but I think it's probably easier to just go for a draw.
right, the straight draw to, well, she needs to get a big piece of the 4 foot here, because that red that Miranda threw is not fully in the 4 foot. Boy, I'll tell you, throwing the intern here looks, that's an interesting call.
That's dangerous considering what's happened with the other stones.
Yeah, the setup of the rocks.
I
My guess would be the outturn looks easier, although it might curl completely away from that 4 foot. So, it needs to break enough to clear that yellow guard that's sitting on the sweep line. Rocks away. Sweepers can't hit this early because it'll just run it right into that guard. You need to. It looks like
it's past it. It's past the guard.
It's clear now.
But now it might dive too much.
Sweepers are on it now.
Looks like it's gonna hit.
They hit the red and.
Well, it's gonna put the red in for 1. Did they get 2?
Looks like 1. She
Looks like
just.
1.
She just got to the red and pushed it back, not enough to outcount.
Better outcome than giving up 3, but
True. So Solem with the steal of 1, with a terrific draw, and at the 5th end break, the high performance team with Miranda skip by Miranda Solem up 5-3 over Jenna Haig's Wisconsin rink.
and I believe Lindgren just tied it up 3-3. They cleared those rocks really fast. I didn't get a chance to look. Yes. So Lindgren and Christensen are tied 3-3.
Good game there.
Lindgren, like I said, really playing for their tournament lives. We have any shots on 1 or 4? Yeah. So yes, since our cameras on the wide sheets are not in operation, we're going to take a break for a few minutes while we are at the fifth end halftime.
Very good.
Right out there.
All right. Just calling for a top 4. Middle,
All right.
Middle of the top 4. Yep.
Okay, folks. Welcome back.
Good.
We're in the Solem's high performance team, opening up the 6th end
There's a player
with
sitting.
a
Thanks for asking.
great shot, top 4. as we start the second half of the game, before we do, we want to recognize our gold sponsors for the U.S. Nationals. Dunkin' Donuts of Lexington, providing food, beverage, and great coffee, and supported all national events at Broomstones. Also, Whole Foods of Whalen, who've been providing lunch for players, and otherwise, Brooms Up Curling Supplies, who's been great supporter of curling all across the U.S. So, back to the action. Jenna Haag's first shot at the corner guard.
Why?
Not quite out to the corner. Now Chelsea Solem with her second lead stone. Once again, looks like it might glide right into the house. A lot of times after that fifth end break, that sweep of the ice and the first rocks seem to glide just a little more on the leads than they expect, and that might have been the case there. Jenna Haag now looking to hit that top red, keep the shooter around. Brittany Falk looks like it needs to come in just a little. Gets the top red, rolls out to the edge. Miranda content to get that yellow, roll back into center, and keep the play in the forefoot. Carly Koenig with her left-handed out turn. Rocks away.
That's hanging out there a little bit.
Yeah, it looks a little wide from here. Let's see if it comes back. No, looks like she's going to hit and roll out.
Spilled all the way over to Lindgren, who had to defend her stone.
Grace Gebauer now with her first stone. Rocks away. They call the sweep immediately. They took some weight off that, so this looks.
They're by the
it's
guard.
A good sweep, but it's going to roll exposed.
Yep. And behind the tee line.
Yep. Miranda's again content to hit this. You just roll maybe even a little further outside into the 12-foot. Keep the play out there. Be happy to play a hit end with, up 2 in the 6th. Walks away, calling for the sweep. Sweepers are working it. Get the rock, but obviously pinched it just a little.
Well, we're all empty again.
Yep. Now, with this off-center guard, Grace Gebauer looking to draw under it. Rocks away, call an early sweep, but they've got plenty of line here. Looks like they got plenty of weight too.
Yeah, this is destined for the back of the house, if anything. Oh no, it's slowing down quite fast. Wow.
Still back 4.
All right, I'm a big liar. Not bad after all.
So Vicky Persinger's first vice stone. They're looking at it. They have a couple of options here because it's behind the tee. They could play something down weight, but nope. Looks like once again Miranda's happy to play the hit game here, make that go away.
Yeah, extending her lead to 2 has given her a little bit more freedom.
She's by the guard. She actually like to get that roll into the open, and well, she's back 4, fully exposed. Jenna Haag has some options. Hit and roll is not great because she too will still be behind the tee line.
It's on here for
Looks like what she's doing though, anyways.
Yep.
'Cause it really is her best option, even if it isn't a great
We
one.
don't do it. We'll have to think of some of those scenarios, so I'm sure they're there.
Rocks away. Erin Wallace, first vice stone. Sweepers are working it. Ooh, it's curling up a lot. It's curling up a lot. She's got the rock. Got a big
Miranda
roll
swept
there.
that over all the way past the cover.
Yeah, you can probably see pretty much all that rock from the hack.
Yep, they're going to come at it from the outside.
Vicky Persinger, the outturn hit. Sweepers are on it.
She might crash onto that guard.
Sweepers are working it. Sweepers are working it. Has a chance. Oh, on the guard.
And,
Ooh.
oh dear. She spilled the guard into the house, so now Haag is sitting 2. And she's going to look to put a counting guard out in front of her shot.
Yeah. Unfortunately, with that rock back behind the tee, there's a lot of ways to defend, but Jenna Haag now asking for a draw, top 12. Let's see if she can preserve 2 or 3 in this end after that miss.
Again, that left side of the ice, from our perspective, has been curling a little less predictably than the other side.
Erin Wallace with the draw. The sweepers are thinking it might be heavy. It's at least tee line. Back 12. Well, that's. So now Miranda lining up a
Has
double. Yep.
It's a deep double.
Yeah, just broom side of nose, and I think she's got both. But
Oh
it's,
yeah, the 2 stones aren't very far away. It's just that they are both deep. Usually you're aiming for doubles up near the top of the house.
So Miranda Solem now with the outturn hit. Pretty tight broom. I'd say she's going to bring it on this one.
That is a good amount of weight.
Rocks away. Sweepers are on.
Looks like it.
Running that
Might be
line,
narrow.
running that sweep line. It's close.
Oh, nope, she got
Good
it.
shot. Nice double. Now, Jenna Haag, if she can hit and pretty much knows and keep it in that position, she's got a pretty good shot at 2 in this end to tie up the game.
Yeah, Miranda dug herself out of the 3-hole, but
Yes.
she's just trading rocks for 2 at this point. I don't think there's much she can do about it.
Jenna Haag rocks away with the outturn hit. Sweepers are off. Needs to come back. Needs to come back a little. Looks, I think it'll be good. Yep. Right in the
Perfect
nose.
zone.
Actually got a little inside roll. But good separation on
That'd
this.
still be one heck of a double.
Yeah, Miranda thinking about it, but Sometimes going for a little too much on those doubles leaves a shot for 3 because you whiffed the first one and it's a draw for 3. So making a smart play here. Jenna still has a chance. If she makes this, Jenna still has a chance to hit and roll out. A lot of things can happen. So Miranda Solem with the outturn hit, very close to what she just threw. Knows the line. Rocks away, sweepers are off. Just a little outside of nose. This will stay around. Oh, and she
Just
rolls
out.
out, leaving an open draw for 2 for Jenna Haag to tie the game. So Jenna throwing the outturn. Needs to touch any of the ring here. Walks away. Sweepers are on it early. Weight looks fine from here. Sweepers are sweeping. Not very hard. Rock looks good.
Touch anyhow, so I think she's got this.
Nicely done.
You've got a tie game.
So after 6, we have a 5-5 game. 3 ends to play. 4 ends to play. Meanwhile, as we have a minute between ends, some of our other supporters of the Junior Nationals are the Boston Curling Club, the Great Lakes Curling Association, Olson Curling Supplies, and Broomstones Ladies Curling, all great supporters of the Junior Nationals as well.
Also, if anybody's just tuning in and wondering why we are showing the Solem Haag match and not the Hodek Peterson match, we had a power outage earlier today, which has pushed all of the draws back by 1 slot. So the 4 p.m. draws that were scheduled for now will be happening at 8 o'clock tonight, and tonight's 8 o'clock draws will be happening at 8 a.m. tomorrow.
Chris, I'm seeing 325 viewers.
That's pretty great.
Well, thanks for joining us, everyone. And looks like we're in for an exciting finish here. So, Brittany Falk going top 8 here with the first lead stone. Miranda calling for the corner guard. So Chelsea Solem's corner guard is away. Needs to curl up a little.
Yeah, they don't mind it at age.
It's good. A little tight. A little hard to get around that way out there, but looks like it's in the rings as Jenna Haag is calling for a hit. So a bit of a mistake with the first rock. Change the complexion of this end. Brittany Falk with the intern hit. It's getting all the way to the nose. And unfortunately,
Guard right out.
yeah, but unfortunately that leaves a corner, which wasn't the result that Jenna Haag wanted with that rock. Ran the Solem, calling immediately for the draw under.
Oh yeah.
And Chelsea Solem, if she throws pretty much the same weight as her first rock, they can sweep that right under that. Yeah, always a tough transition, trying to throw that first guard and trying to throw the next one to the tee line. The difference in the weight is really minuscule.
It is in play for later, though, for 2. Still is biting a little bit. Oh, no, that's well inside the red.
Yeah, it is.
Over on sheet 3, Christensen scored 1, drawing against 2 to take a 4-3 lead over Lindgren, with 4 ends to play there as well. She's going to follow that right in.
Yep. So now Grace Gebauer with the same intern draw out to the wing. Looks like they've got plenty of weight. They're looking for the line to improve. Yep, that's well done.
He is hitting 2.
Just slid behind the tee line, but still good. It was more the line that she needed rather than the weight. So now Carly Koenig trying to follow that in. This one looks a little outside the line. Needs to come
They're
back.
diving pretty heavy over that side.
Yep.
Look at that stone come. Yeah.
If the weight is right, the line's looking good now.
Right on it. Frozen off to the side.
You've got that whole red is available. She's looking at the nose of it. If she gets a little across nose.
If she gets a cross nose, she's going to jam and spill both of her stones.
Well, there's a little separation between the red and the yellow. It's there's some perfect shot in there that, without being able to stand over, you can't quite see it. I don't. It looks like she is calling a little bump here. So she's away from the freeze game here, and Grace Gebauer throwing the intern hit.
It's on pace
It
to
needs
nose
to.
it.
Well, it needs to. It really needs to work to get to the nose now.
I don't know about that. No, that was.
It's not a bad result, actually.
It's not bad. Yeah.
The yellow's in line with that red. It's it's in a jammable position.
But if this double hits just right, Solem's going to be sitting 3.
It's there.
I think that's what. Oh, she hasn't made the call yet.
Now she's looking at the shot rock, which is sitting top 4.
Yeah, yellow's clearly shot.
Just considering her options, I mean that red on back 4 right now is causing some issues. She might go right back to this this double that she first thought about.
Yeah, it looks like that's what she's going for.
It's not
Yeah.
bad. That top yellow is a dangerous stone. So Carly
That's a lot of weight,
Koenig,
but that
yep,
looks a little wide.
it is a little wide. She set it a
Oh,
little
it's coming
bit.
back.
Lines, it's going to be close.
Oh, that looks good.
I'd say yellow might jam there.
Nope, that was perfect.
It's a good shot. Move that yellow without moving the red, which is on the back 4.
Let's shoot the spiller shooter.
Jenna Haag now looking at this rock back 4. She hits it and gets between the corner guard and the red. They'll be lying 1-2 covered. The team is having a discussion about it. She needs a hit and will roll either way. So looks like Aaron Wallace is going to throw the out-turn hit. Rocks away. Sweepers are close. Now they're off. It's close. They're on it now.
So they'll get a little roll out.
Yep. Oh, great shot.
Oh my, that's a very nice roll.
So now with that rock frozen, nearly frozen,
Yeah,
in the
I
back.
don't see any way for Miranda to recover that back stone at this point.
So Miranda has to build her scoring rocks again with this draw. Vicky Persinger, she can get under this guard again. It'll change the end.
Looks in good shape to get over there.
Sweepers are off, but the line looks good. If the weight is right, it needs to start moving now.
Wow, that's not...
Yeah, it looks like she had just a little too much weight on it.
Yep.
Line was okay. So she's going to put another one just under that guard.
Just to block that draw from happening again.
Yep. Aaron Wallace now with the in-turn draw again, out to the wing. This one's not moving
light.
either.
But yeah, you're right. Neither of them have moved at all. As much as they were earlier.
Starting to go now. Gotta get at least touching the 8-foot.
Yeah, that's a pretty good...
Yellow's at least 1-2. That last shot was probably a little short. I would think red is 3.
Yeah. But I would think Miranda's going to look to draw underneath.
Vicky Persinger throwing the last vice rock here. See if she can draw the 4-foot under that yellow. Sweepers are working it now.
They're really on that so it doesn't crash on that yellow guard, but it
They're
might
working
get there anyway.
for weight and line.
Oh, it's just going to tick. Yep.
Oh, just a little light. So
And
now,
it's not counting.
right now, Jenna Haag can take out that red and kind of get on top of the center line. It's gonna block up the top of the house. Well, you can still throw that in-turn draw. You know, the 4-foot's still available.
Yeah, I think Solem's going to have a draw for 1 at the end of this, but it's becoming a riskier and riskier draw for 1 against 3 or 4.
But I think Jenna Haag here is looking to pretty much hit this on the nose, take it straight out the back, and then force Miranda to throw something good.
Yeah, she doesn't want to be too wide, or she could jam it back onto that group of stones in the back corner. So, in-turn hit, rocks away. Gave it a little
Little outside action here. Maybe a lot of outside action.
Exactly the trouble shot.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
That's. Yep. I apologize for jinxing it.
I know.
So that leaves Miranda Solem sitting 1, I believe, or very close.
It is very close.
No, I think that's 1 yellow.
Yeah, they're indicating it's
So-
1 yellow, but
With 2 stones each to come?
no, because Jenna
No, that
just
was-
threw her first
that was
rock.
Jenna's
She only
first,
has 1
so-
more.
So yeah, Solem could wind up taking 2 out of this.
Or more. She's got 2 reds in the house now. She takes this out, and there's only the 1 yellow up top 12.
Well, I think she's 2 and 4 right now.
Yep.
So this would leave her sitting 1, 3, 4 if she hits this take and
Yep.
sticks.
Well, 3 is definitely in play in this end, but
Mhm.
let's see what happens here. Miranda just needs to hit this, and then I would think Jenna might be forced into playing a freeze on those back reds. Rocks away, in-turn hit. Once you get to the nose of it,
That looks good.
needs to curl up some. It's hanging a little bit.
Oh,
It's
that's
coming.
gonna hit
Yep.
right where it wants to. Ooh, little rollout, but still plenty counting. So, what does Jenna do here?
It's tough to, if you nose, you end up shot. If you hit and roll, you roll back 12, taking away a chance at 3, forcing a draw for 2. So there's a lot to talk about here. As I said, you can promote that yellow back into the 2 reds. You could be shot, frozen. You could try and draw right under that yellow to the 4-foot.
Yeah, if you draw underneath the yellow, you've got, I think, a better chance of holding them to 1 or 2.
Yeah. But I'd say the way this game is going, it's not a bad play to make the hit. You guarantee if you hit it on the nose, you're pretty well assured that you're going to give up no more than 2.
Right. Well, unless you, yeah, if you hit on the nose, yeah. If she
Yeah.
hits and spills here, then
3 is in play.
3's in play. She doesn't want to overcompensate for her previous shot, which was a little bit wide.
Yeah, I think the last one was just a little bit of excitement. She got out to the hog line and just really set it outside the line.
A lot of weight. I don't know if she was going for a double off one of those back red stones,
Possible.
but that amount of weight just didn't seem necessary.
Alright. Cameras are down. There's a transformer blue. There's a 24-volt transformer on the cameras. So when they
Shots
well, kind of
away, shots there, and she
is
okay.
Oh, that was
there you go.
interesting.
So that definitely takes 3 out of
Yeah,
play.
three is now out of play, barring some redefinition of physics.
Yeah. So red's gonna
But
throw a
she's
draw
just
for
got a
2.
clean draw for 2. That was dangerous, though. If that had rolled a little bit differently, she could have spilled out and left that take for 3.
So now Miranda Solem lining up the intern draw needs pretty much be fully in the 8-foot to take her 2. Bucks away. Sweepers are on. Not hard. This should come back nicely. Needs full 8-foot.
I think she'll get there. Yeah,
Shot looks good. Well done.
So after a very crazy end,
Right.
Solem winds up taking 2 to take a 7-5 lead. So over on sheet 3, Christensen just stole 2 to take a 6-3 lead over the Lindgren rink, leaving them in trouble with 3 ends to go. Schroeder's got a 4-3 lead on Fowler on sheet 4, and Ely's maintaining her 7-2 lead on Brecky on sheet 1.
Although Brecky here has a house set up to take a few points if they can finish the end, but they're not even at skip stones yet.
Yeah, she got a nice little take to sit 3 over there.
Yeah.
Might be able to get back into that game.
Okay, so Chelsea Solem now opening the all-important 8th end as the high-performance team up 7-5. Sweepers are working to bring it back to the center line. It's
going to just
trying to get it into the rings, and it's the dreaded half-in lead stone. Jenna Haag choosing the corner guard here. Not always easy to get to the nose and leave that guard. So, Brittany Falk throwing the corner. Sweepers are off of it. Ooh, and that guard slips in. That's a bit of a mistake there. Again, not starting the end the way you need it when you're down 2. Trying to generate some offense. So, Chelsea Solem's outturn takeout is away. She's hanging a little outside. She's definitely got the rock. Right on the nose. No roll. Now Jenna's got a decision. Calls for a freeze.
It looks like she's going for the freeze.
Might be a little excited on that. A guard here would be just as good. Shots away.
Might end up being a guard.
Well, line's pretty good.
Oh, they're bringing it in now.
Oh, I think they're already there. Yep. That's a good
Looks
freeze.
like a very good freeze.
Yep. Nice shot.
It's about 2-inch freeze.
in the game.
Game back into.
Haley had a bad miss.
Is that what happened? I didn't see.
Yeah, and then they had a bad miss early on.
Well, Brecky had not a good first couple ends.
Yeah, now you're back.
All right.
You're not moving.
We appear to be back.
Okay, folks. Sorry about the technical difficulties.
They've been
That-
missing all those shots.
Yeah. Thanks, Jeff, for blaming
Sorry,
me.
you missed all the best shots of the game.
But meanwhile, as you see, the house looks a little different. Ooh, the draw just crashes.
We are on. They're asking which rocks we're on.
We are on Vice Stones, and looks like it's Vicky Persinger's second Vice Stone without hammer. So there's one yellow stone in for Jenna Haig's team, and looks like we're about to lose that. Shots away, and good shot. Makes the yellow go away, rolls a little under.
Yeah, now Jenna Haig's in trouble looking for her two.
Yep, Erin Wallace now looking to freeze or bump a little bit here. They're going to throw it just top four. Rocks away. Sweepers are on it quickly. Now they're off. Looks like it's carrying a little bit of weight.
It's got a long way to curl.
No, it really makes that turn about the midpoint of the sheet, and the line's good. If the weight is good, oh, that's a pretty shot right there. Miranda now looking to put a cap on that. So this is a close guard just outside the rings. It'll make it difficult to get at that yellow to move shot rock.
Yeah, Miranda's looking in good shape to hold Haig to one here
Yes, I would agree.
and possibly steal.
One thing you do open up here, though, is you throw the center line guard, and it opens up the draw to the button for Jenna. That's a way to generate a deuce as well. Is simply, you know, while Miranda's thinking about protecting this on the side forefoot, you go right at the button, and no,
This is all the way there.
this is probably touching 12 foot.
Might freeze up. No, just short.
Well, that leaves some interesting possibilities. Jenna Haig now looking it over.
Looks like she's contemplating the hit and doubling out that back red counter. If she just noses it, she'll jam the yellow.
Yeah,
Might spill both red stones.
Yeah, she's actually looking at getting a cross nose. The shot rock could get under those two reds that are stacked up, and maybe if the angles are right, prevent a double.
Looks like that's what they're going to go for.
Yeah, you have to make a play on these rocks now. If you leave that red there, you're just going to have everything jammed up. So Jenna Haag lining up her in-turn hit. She needs to get nose or just across nose, and she'll likely end up shot rock. The question is, what becomes of the promoted Redstone that's currently top 12, touching the 8-foot on the center line?
She can push it out in the open enough, it won't matter.
Right? Rocks away. Sweepers are right on it.
Oh, that's coming in there, right where she wants it.
She's got the nose. She's got it just across nose. Oh!
Yep, that's... Well, she's only sitting one, but it's not an easy double.
Those red rocks are staggered just right that it's a difficult shot, but you can get to the spot to double them. It's a brave shot to throw if you do it. Well, if you corner it, you're leaving her a draw to the full 4 for 2. She's looking at that double. If you click the top red, again, brings 3 into play, because if you click the top red, your shooter goes off, leaves the 2 yellows, and you're hitting for 3. Time out.
Time out. They're going to talk it over because this is a fairly critical juncture in the game.
It is. It is. I think Wisconsin's done a good job to apply the pressure here.
So meanwhile, over on sheet 1, Brecky did score 3 from her earlier setup to come back to down 7-5 in the 8th end. Fowler and Schroeder are tied at 4 in the 8th, and Christensen is now up 6-5 because Lindgren just took 2 in the 8th, I believe. Again, those girls over on sheet 3 are really fast about clearing the house away when they finish the shot. So,
Well,
you'll be right on top of it.
good stuff, Chris. I can barely tell what's happening on our sheet, so thanks for updating everyone.
So it looks like they're going to go for the draw
Yeah.
after discussion.
Well, this still has to be well made. There's a lot of ways that you can you come up short, you come up deep, and you're still leaving a shot for 3.
There's not a huge risk of 3 because that second, that red 2. Oh, you could come in and hit the red.
Yeah.
Second shot.
Right, because if you leave the draw short or you
Correct.
put it at full back 12, it leaves a world of possibilities. But if you get it into the 8-foot, that'll be pretty good. And then if you leave the good freeze, then it's a tough draw to the 4-foot to get the 2 for Wisconsin. So Miranda Solem looking to get in there and corner freeze. You can even get under and be shot, but she's got a lot of line here. The rock needs to come back. Weight looks good.
She might wind up tapping that yellow.
No, weight looks good. I don't think it's a tap. Yep, they're working it now. Oh, line's good. This is a real nice shot. Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to get out of there.
Yep.
Well, I don't know. If
No, you have no shot for 3. You have to draw the 4-foot for a 2. You don't really have a shot
no,
for
there's
3.
no 3. Well,
What, you think red into no, the red just jams and sits there. It doesn't
there's a
move
really
out.
dicey shot for 3. I don't think you take it here. If you were in a desperation situation, down 3 in the last end, then you'd go for that shot. Otherwise, no. So she's gonna draw and just touch blue to get her 2.
Broom is way out, edge of the 12-foot, to come back and get full 8-foot closer to the 4-foot. Really, that's really what they need. Touching the 4-foot is, the ideal shot.
Mm-hmm.
But Miranda did a good job of shrinking the rings on her here, and her target now is definitely smaller than it was. Shots away.
That's
going
going
to
to
start
curl in
working.
too much.
They're going to have to make sure it gets around that red.
No, that's going to
It's
crash.
not there.
This is now dangerous. No, it's just still going to be one. Yeah, that's only going to be one yellow.
I'll tell you, either she didn't get to the Broom, or where they had it originally, and the outside 12 was the place.
Really feels as though if they'd been sweeping that all the way down, it might have made it around.
Yeah, but then
Then you
the
might
weight
have
would have
been
been way too much, I think. So, at the end of 8, Miranda Solem's team maintains a 1-point lead after Jenna Haag's team takes one in the 8th. So it's 7-6 after 8 ends, and
Solem's going to
two
have the
play.
hammer in the 9th.
Well, it's still anybody's game. Haag just needs to hold to 1, take her 2 in the 10th, maybe take 3 in 10, and that's many teams have been there. Jenna standing way outside of the house, indicating I think that she wants a guard.
Looks like they do indeed get a guard.
See if it works back to the center.
Almost.
Close enough. So now Miranda coming right around that guard from the outside. Chelsea Solem with the outturn. Rocks away.
Looks in good shape to tuck in behind that guard.
Sweepers are off of it right now. I think it's line as well as weight. It seems to be really hanging out there. Trying to get it to work. Trying to sweep the outside of that rock to get it to turn.
Blow on it.
Did a little bit.
It's a little bit covered.
Jenna looking for another guard from Brittany Falk, her lead.
Yeah, Miranda's really looking to put 2 or 3 up here to try and put this game away going into the 10th.
Rocks away. We're seeing a lot of curl on this line, and this one should at least get back to center. Goes just touching the center line. So now Chelsea Solem looking to also get in with their first rock being behind tee. This one, if she can get it above the tee line, at least half under that yellow guard, it's a pretty good play. Again, hanging on the outturn side. This one looks further outside than the last one.
Yeah, that's actually going to follow right in its path. It's going to tap it a little bit.
It's actually carrying a little more weight, yeah. So now you've opened up all
Very
the...
doubleable.
Well, but I don't think that's what Jenna's going to be looking at. She's looking to generate a steal here with those guards up top, rocks behind the tee line. She's going to start playing the freeze game here, I think.
Meanwhile, over on sheet 1, Ely just took 2 more to take a 9-5 lead going into the 9th end.
So now Grace Gabauer with her second stone. The rocks coming in. The sweepers are really working this, and if they can get that across the nose or right to nose, that looks like a great shot right there.
Yeah, that's
a little bit of a bump.
It's gonna be tough to get out of there. That's a good place for that stone to be.
Yep. Now again, Miranda thinking about down weight and shaking up those rocks. She's calling hack.
Yeah, she just wants a little separation there.
Carly Koenig throwing her intern here. Trying to throw hack weight. Weight looks good. Needs to curl up a little.
Oh, it's going to come across.
Yeah, maybe she hits and rolls under. That's a pretty good shot.
She moved the stones around.
Yeah, she did. That was more than hack, but still, that was a good shot.
So now Solem's shot is back behind those two guards.
So again, red still behind the tee line, so yellow still can look to freeze on top.
Looks like that's what they're going to do.
Yep, coming the other way now with the intern.
This interesting side of the ice again.
Yep. That's what you want if you're trying to get under. You want some swing, and Grace Gabauer, this rock looks pretty good if the weight is there.
She's calling her sweepers off.
This one's starting to curl, but it isn't really going. Gets the bump. Good shot.
Now yellow is sitting 1-2.
Miranda, maybe she wants to start thinking about those guards. Still content to work on the ones in the house in the 4-foot. She can still see probably half of this yellow that's in the 4-foot. So you hit that, roll under the guards, still in good position. Once again, looking for hack. Carly Koenig with her second stone, rocks away. Oh, they call him the sweep.
They're on this really hard because it's.
Oh, she's cleared the guard.
The guard.
Oh, this looks good.
That looks like a beautiful, beautiful stone.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Nice shot. Really nice shot. Yeah, that really puts
Just
the pressure.
On the tee.
But given those guards, well, you know,
what?
I think she's playing a run back on the center yellow, which, you know, given the situation, really throwing another draw in there and looking for a force here isn't too bad. But
yeah, forcing a 1 here isn't bad. 'Cause then you wind up with down 2, coming back with the hammer.
Yep. Ooh, I think
she's gonna wind up a little bit narrow. A lot narrow.
Well, really just
the
peels
guard's
out
out of
one
there
of the
now,
guards.
so that opens it up. But now Solem's got an open hit on that. He's sitting 5 or 4. Can't tell if that back stone is biting or not.
Yeah. Another reason why leaving those guards up there would have been a good play. She had the swingy side of the ice, throwing the intern to get in there. So the outturn hit here is looking pretty good.
Dead on.
So right on the nose.
I mean, there's still a spot to freeze right on top of that that counting rock.
There is, and I think now's the time to start keeping some rocks in play. The angles are pretty good to corner freeze on one, and really it'd be difficult if you could freeze on the outside red.
She's going to go for the hit.
Yeah. But if
Yeah.
you freeze inside on that red, it'd be tough to get it out because there's a catcher on the forefoot.
She might get. Oh, she's going on. Yeah. She was looking for a little bit of a roll in over the counter there, but even if she had gotten that roll, it would have been pretty easy to take it out.
So now Vicky Persinger with her first stone. There's still a lot of rocks to play. There's ways to get out of this end, but
This
right
is
now
Vicky's
it's
second stone.
oh, it's Vicky's second stone. So we're
Yeah.
running out of rocks actually.
Yeah, so Haag's down to 2 stones left.
I mean, Vicky's just a little wide on the
Okay, now times are got to start thinking about how to save this end and maybe save the game here. And looks like she's going to call the
Now
freeze.
she's going to go for the draw, but that's tough because that shot that just came in is jamming up that
Yep.
that path.
You do still have the in-turn draw. There's that yellow guard out there. It has to be perfect, but so does the freeze. So there's choices, and she's choosing this one. And we've seen some rocks hang on this line. The weight has to be perfect, and even earlier they don't really turn until the last couple of feet.
So this is Haag's first rock. One problem is that she's been mostly throwing takeouts today. And making that precision draw after a string of takes.
I think this is a really good timeout. The Haag team
Yeah.
just called timeout to talk
Yeah,
about
they
their
should do.
situation here, and I think that's a good move.
So over on sheet 3, Christensen just took 2 to take an 8-5 lead going home. So Lindgren's going to need to score 3 in the 10th to tie that up and send it even to an extra end. Mm-hmm. That's a tough place to be. And Christensen is starting off the end by, it looks like, just throwing that stone through the house.
Yeah, up 3 without not a bad play because
Yeah.
they'll start throwing takeouts real soon after the first 2 stones are thrown. So don't keep rocks around to jam on.
So the coach is coming out to discuss with the team what to do.
Wally Hendry.
Willie Hendry?
Wally.
Wally Hendry.
Lindgren has put up a single guard.
Coach Wally Hendry is out discussing the possibilities with Jenna Haag and team, and it's a pretty critical juncture in this game. So, as I say, I see an in-turn draw and an out-turn draw, and either one has to be pretty much spot on because they're in a pretty rough situation here. They had the guards, but after moving one, and
Looks like they're going to go for the draw.
yep.
They really have to freeze this up tight. In a perfect shot, and you start to have a bid for a steal.
Yep.
But it's got to be really good, and the angle of that draw coming in makes it hard.
I'll tell
I
you, as
almost
long
would have preferred the other direction.
but I'll tell you, even if they end up 8 foot directly in line with the shot rock, it's something that
And here it comes.
that Miranda has to deal with, and
Right.
the shot's away. I mean, the weight looks pretty good.
Actually, this looks in pretty good shape.
She's cleared that rock in the 8
Sweeping
foot.
it hard. They're going to tap.
Yeah, that's
Well, that's not bad. It's right in the button. It's got a little bit of cover from the guard at the front.
Yeah, but I would
But
say
it's
you
still
can
a clean take.
you can see 3/4 of it from the hack. Maybe a little less. Maybe a little less from the left hack, but just probably a control weight, bumper weight hit here. All you have to do is clear that yellow guard, and if you can get to the nose, it becomes a really dicey situation for Jenna. So Miranda Solem with her first stone, she's got a chance to take a bunch here.
I think she's going to roll it off and get Jenna the second stone shot again. And Derek knows in it. It's a good position. You know, you double out and lose your eyes.
So out turn hit. Miranda's shot is away. Line looks like it's clear of the guard.
Yeah, she's passed. This looks like exactly what she wants. Just bump that yellow out and spill over.
Well, by spilling out,
Well, she leaves the draw there again.
she does, and it's a little more difficult though because Jenna.
was backing.
Yeah, but Jenna moved that red, and the angles throwing the out turn are a little different now. So here she is. She's looking at the in turn now. It'd be great if she could just throw the same line she just did, but I don't think she can do it. And she recognizes that now. That yellow guard, if you get under it, it's still pretty long. So even if it's perfectly buried, I think there's still a way down weight to get at it.
But all you have to do is chip it a tiny bit.
Yeah, but if you get in the right place, there's there's jam possibilities there. So there's ways out of this, but this shot has to be good. And there's a couple ways to make it good, and I like the draw from this direction on the last rock, but this is okay. Here she comes, and there's lots of ways to get it there, and make it difficult for Miranda to take her bunch. Here we go. Jenna's rock is away.
It looks very wide, but that side is curling a ton. Oh, it might be heavy.
It's making an attempt to curl, and
No.
can she at least freeze up on one of the back ones? Oh man.
Oh, that's not going to be good.
So Miranda's lying
Miranda's
1, 2,
lying
3.
2, maybe 3.
Looks like
Looks like 3. And
so
yeah,
you
this
play
is
the
a draw
draw
for 4.
Take 4, you'd be up 5 coming home.
Frankly, if you just take 3, you're up 4 coming home. That's
Yep.
pretty much golden. Just to update over on sheet 3, Christensen's been trading rocks with Lindgren, just trying to defend against giving up 3. And over on sheet 1, Brecky took 2 in the 9th to cut the lead down to 9-7, coming home down 2 without the hammer.
Yeah, so they'll need to steal 2 to stay in the game.
Yep.
Not outside the realm of possibilities.
High scoring game.
Okay, Miranda Solem here. I think she's trying to
Going for the
really draw the 8-foot for her 4th point here. She's already lying 3. Knocks away. The sweepers are on it. Looks pretty good. The sweepers aren't working it vigorously.
Yep. that's
Nice
right
shot.
there.
Nice shot.
So that looks like 4.
Looks like 4, and
And looks like they're shaking.
yep. So that's the game on between the two first place teams. Miranda Solem's high performance team, after taking 4, wins 11 to 6.
Which betrays how very tight and great this game was.
It's true.
This was not a blowout by any means. Yeah, no, it was 4. Yeah. So meanwhile, over on sheet 3, I don't know if we've got cameras. But Lindgren's got a tough hill to climb to get back into this.
Right.
She's only got 1 stone in the house, and she needs 3 to count. And her stone is currently 3rd.
And she has, what, 2 to throw?
Yes.
So she's kind of getting down to it because she's down 3 coming home.
Yeah. Over on sheet 4, Fowler took 1 in the 9th to knot that game up 5-5 going into the 10th, with Schroeder having the hammer. So it looks like they're trying to figure out what to do. They're calling timeout.
Yeah, it looks like she's going to have to freeze or bump one of those and hope for a mistake. Where you get something jammable and you get the jam.
She's really going to need 2 flashes by Christensen to make this work.
2 mistakes, maybe 1 flash, but one jam and 1.
Yeah, jam could work.
1 pretty serious miss. Let's see. Hopefully, coach can advise them on the way to get that.
No, there's no jumps. It wasn't flew the other way. It's supposed to do some plays.
It's the wrong one. Don't do that. That's too much. That's the scoreboard.
Control Z.
This is
does.
the one that gives you the shots.
All right, so they finished the timeout.
This is it. Once you do it, it's to say it doesn't can't operate.
What's the call look like here, Chris?
Looks like they're gonna try and freeze on top of that other red.
Oh, look, that can happen anyways. Okay, so kill it and close that shot.
I don't. Or maybe they're going for the hit and roll under. So some fireworks over on sheet 1.
Red after a nice promote takeout now is lying 1 on the forefoot with a long center guard. Ely trying to figure out what to do. She should probably peel that
Here comes Lindgren's
center
shot.
guard. Yep, looks like a freeze up on the red that's closer to her other yellow.
The sweepers are on it really, really hard.
There's a chance if they can drag it just a little more, just a little
They're
more.
just shy of it.
Okay, so now if Christensen can hit one of those yellows, ooh. Vice Skip is saying, why not throw another draw? However, if you hit one of those yellows, it's game over.
Yeah, I don't know
Hand
why you wouldn't
shakes.
just throw a nice takeout weight at anything over there and you're
Right.
golden.
But as I said, that's
I guess
what,
you could jam.
yeah,
That's
but that's
true.
the mistake you're looking for is the
Yeah.
jam. So, calling timeout.
Oh, they're calling timeout too.
Although, Chris, if you look at it, let's say you totally miss the draw, you throw it to the hack, and yellow throws right now. How do you generate
I don't
3
know.
out of this house?
I think, I think the Lindgren rink needs Christensen to throw a stone and have it go poorly. If they throw this stone away, there's really not a shot there.
Yeah. Well,
3.
I guess there's the
There's a-
promote on the yellow on the 12 foot. It needs to come back, hit, and double the reds.
that angle is just not there.
I actually think it's
Wow.
it's there if you could really bring the high hard one.
That's a lot of
And,
weight.
You know, I have. Not
I don't
seen,
know if I could throw that weight.
Yeah, I haven't seen Christensen
I don't know if she can.
attempt that shot,
Yeah.
but you know what? These juniors these days can
Yep.
bring it. So.
So over on sheet 1, Ely did manage to peel out that mess. And while Brecky's sitting 1, she needs to be sitting 2. No, but she's making a nice little draw here. That's a really pretty draw.
That's a good shot. Even
So-
going deep is not a problem there.
So Brecky's sitting 2. You know, she's going to need a miss or 2 from Ely to finish it, but. And over on 4, Schroeder with the hammer, sitting 1 in the house right now. And that game's tied up 5-5.
The Schroeder's hammer, sitting 4 foot, right side of the rings, just up from the tee line. Fowler looking to take it. They might be on a guard here, which they are. Meanwhile, Ely, well,
No, she does pick out one of those rocks.
actually picks out the shot rock, which was more buried. So that was actually it was a fortunate miss, I'd say.
Oh, here comes the rock. So it looks like Christensen's just trying to draw into the middle here.
Yep.
And
Yep,
if she comes in onto the button there, then that triple might exist. But
as long as she's not deep.
no, I don't think there's a shot here. Well, the problem is if she goes after the one on the right side of the house and she spills left, she's going to knock her own stone out on the rebound,
Yeah.
even if she got it to go horizontal. I think her only miracle shot here is the really, really heavy promote on her stone in the 12-foot. But honestly, it's a 1 in 100 shot
Yeah, I would agree with that.
at best.
Somebody in the curling world can make this work.
Well, she's
down
down
three, she's
3.
down 3. Yeah.
Probably not in the building.
Yeah.
Oh, it is the hammer.
Kmart couldn't do this, I don't think.
I know, right? That's right.
Well, let's see what
Yeah,
they
but
do.
Because it's a run back on the yellow to a point where it's going to go over to the right hand side enough to not only knock it but also knock the other one sufficiently back.
You'd actually have to. I think you hit those two,
Yeah.
come across, and push this one off
If-
the back
but,
of the yellow.
But the
If your
catch is
yellow
that all
wasn't-
of them have to be at least. They all have to be out of the blue even.
Yeah.
Because if you hit that run back, you're going to be sitting only partially in a 12-foot
Right.
probably.
Right.
Well, here she comes, and this is going to be a heavy stone.
An unusual peel weight in the winning section.
Yep.
That's coming down here good.
Same speed.
They're sweeping.
Sweeping it, and oh,
No.
well, that's going to do it. And Christensen's going to win 10-5.
Sadly, it
Again,
against
that was
the
a
law.
very close game. Its final score does not reflect how close of a contest it was.
All the laws you cannot break include the laws of physics.
Correct. So now.
So over on sheet 1,
Well, Brecky now has a guard, has shot rock, is throwing. Is throwing. We're throwing for second shot here on on sheet 1.
I think we're going to take a peek over at sheet 4 with the Fowler-Schroeder game, which is tied at 5. And Schroeder's coming in here to peel out a guard and knocks it out.
Yep. Yellow with
But
hammer.
wow, that was an interesting bounce.
So yellow with hammer now
You'll have to take
clears
my
the
word for it 'cause
front.
we don't have the camera up yet. So Fowler's currently sitting shot, but she doesn't have the hammer. She needs to protect that stone.
Brecky just came up deep. She was trying to draw the forefoot with one already counting, and came up deep through it, back 12.
You guys got killed the scoreboard.
All right, so we are showing you right now the house for sheet 4, which is Fowler in red against Schroeder in yellow. Schroeder has the hammer, and this is
Looks like the first skip
this is
stone
the first skip stone for Fowler.
with one really covering the side button, looking to throw a guard. Looks like that's going to be the play here, is to see if she can.
She's looking to steal one for the win.
Yeah.
Oh, and Ely finally got to Brecky's counter. Over on sheet 1. So that's probably going to do it over there.
It looks like Fowler's guard didn't curl up enough, so it's showing.
Yeah, she's only
Showing
covering about
a-
half of that rock.
Yeah, she's showing a lot of the shot rock here, so I'd say Schroeder's going to look to make a play on that. So if yellow can do this and stick, or even get a little roll under that guard.
She's going to leave Fowler without much of a shot to take. So Brecky needs a rather unlikely double over here to keep herself still in this match, and she's going for it now. Oh, but here comes
Caitlin
Schroeder
Fowler.
still.
Oh, this is Schroeder.
This is Schroeder. This is yellow.
Oh, they're calling for the sweep hard.
And it just gets by the
Oh,
guard
nice
and perfectly punches it out.
But now there's a long guard here. Red. So now Caitlin Fowler looks like she's going to throw this in-turn draw. She can get top button under this guard, then once again yellow and Schroeder will have a tough look.
Yeah, there's a place for this to be buried. It's not easy.
Nope. It's a pretty long guard, however, I'm not sure that you're getting a lot of swing off the wall on sheet 4, so if they get it there, it'll make it interesting.
So sheet 1 is now final. Ely defeats Brecky 11-7.
Okay, Caitlin Fowler's rock is away. They're looking for top button here. Sweepers are
Trying to draw it in. This
on
looks
it.
a
They're
little
off
bit
it.
light.
Weight looks appropriate.
Oh, there they go. Yeah.
It just nees to curl. They get the rub off the. Oh wow! Look at this. Oh, nice! It checks up.
Enough. Goodness, that's close. Looks like she's out counting by a few inches.
Yep.
And so Schroeder just needs to outdraw her for the win, and she's got the backing, so it's a very makeable shot.
Yep, Fowler cleared the guard by a lot, so she needs full 4 here. So last rock on sheet 4. It's quite excitement. This is what we're all living for.
Well,
See shots like this.
4 exciting games.
Absolutely.
I can safely say we're not going to have an extra end.
I would agree. Rocks away.
Be a tough blank.
Looks like the weight is up.
Yeah, it looks like she's going for kind of a hit.
She could just get across the nose of that yellow if it's heavy.
Oh, this is dangerous.
And oh, sweet ball!
Oh my goodness!
Oh, the Alaska vice skip.
Oh wow!
Just
what? It looks like
It's red.
Fowler stole it
it's red.
as they knock Stones into the counter. Yeah. So dramatic conclusion.
Oh my!
Fowler defeats Schroeder 6-5
Very
by
good.
about an inch and a half.
Yeah,
My goodness.
very good, folks. Thank you very much for joining us here at Broomstones for the
It's
U.S.
been, great bringing these games to you.
Junior National Championships.
Oh yes, sponsors.
And once again, before we sign off, we want to thank our gold sponsors, Dunkin' Donuts of Lexington, Whole Foods of Whalen, and Brooms Up Curling Supplies. And we'll be back with the next draw at 8 o'clock.
Yep, and again, so the draws are off by 1 slot because of the power outage earlier. So the featured match at 8 o'clock will be what our featured match was going to be at 4 o'clock, which will be Hodek versus Peterson.